The following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Minnesota.
Gets it out front to Fleming, off the side of the net, and that's a goal there by the Mavericks.
With a convincing 5-1 win, the top-ranked Badgers look to complete the sweep.
Goes out front, and that is a goal here by the Badgers.
The Mavericks seeking to knock off college hockey's best.
And that's a goal.
Badgers, Mavericks, next on Fox Sports.
The top-ranked team in the country continues its quest for another WCHA title. That's coming up next on Fox Sports. Good afternoon. Coming to you from downtown Mankato, I'm Don Westfall, joined by Ruth Ann Cantile. These two teams yesterday, Ruth Ann, got together here in Mankato. It was a 5-1 win for the Badgers, and really, again, for the Badgers, top-ranked team in the country. They have so much talent offensively. They took advantage of the MSU mistakes. They can ill afford to do that to Wisconsin, again, too much talent up front.
Yeah, Wisconsin definitely has some depth. Like we were talking about earlier, their third line had some scoring for them. So a lot of times you'll see teams where they rely on maybe one line, and Wisconsin can take all three, maybe even four lines because of their depth.
What does the pressure mean then for the Mavericks, where they yesterday gave up a goal as it went off a skate? You have the turnover and you give up a shorthanded goal. That line, that margin of error is razor thin for Minnesota State.
Absolutely. So the Mavericks have to play nearly perfect in order to still compete every single time on the ice.
And again, for Wisconsin, they realize that while they're still on top of the WCHA, the Gophers won yesterday as well, so that 4-point margin stays intact for Wisconsin, putting even more emphasis on today's game. With just a couple weeks left in the regular season, Badgers want to come out of here with a road sweep over Minnesota State. While we have some time, let's bring in the coaches. And so first of all, for the Mavericks, we'll talk to John Harrington. And on the other side for the Badgers, we'll talk to Mark Johnson.
Well, I think, again, we have to support the puck offensively and defensively. When we're on offense, we've got to, not have people off the puck just watching to see what's going to happen. We have to get involved in the play and support for passing or for rebounds. And I think defensively, too, we have to stay above the puck. We have to, if we don't have it or we're not going to get it, we need to have Wisconsin have to go through our whole team to get down the rink and not get an outnumbered rush going the other way. So we're going to concentrate on those things.
Well, I think when we mentioned it a little bit before yesterday's game is our ability to move our feet consistently throughout the game and then move the puck. And for the most of the game yesterday, we were able to do that, establish a lot of puck possession, and then you're trying to get chances, trying to get opportunities, maybe second or third opportunities. And if we do that today, hopefully we'll be able to get some pucks in the net.
All right, we thank both of the coaches for their time this afternoon. Now let's highlight a couple of players we'll see on the ice for these respective teams. First of all, offensively for the Mavericks, we're going to talk about Anna Wilgren, who actually is a defenseman. She's fifth all-time as far as career defenseman scoring for the Mavericks, and she leads Minnesota State this year with 20 points. On the other side, we're going to talk about the nation's leading scorer, Daryl Watts, who got an assist in yesterday's contest, so now 65 points on the season, one of three Badgers with 50 points at least so far in the season. And again, of course, Watts, the former Kazmaier winner. We talked about the offensive talent that is on the ice for the Badgers here, Ruth Ann. Obviously, the best player on the ice then this afternoon has to be in the nets for the Mavericks, and that would be Calla Frank.
Yeah, Calla and her team need to play perfect in the defensive zone, clearing out shots, blocking shots, and I think she's got some good defensive strategies, very athletic, going post to post and agile. So it'll be fun to see her play today.
All right, so coming up next, we'll take a break, and it'll be the Badgers and the Mavericks from Mankato.
Tuesday, it's a Western Conference clash. Can Parisi and the Wild prevail when Vegas invades the state of hockey? Tuesday at 6:30 on Fox Sports North.
Looking for a really great sale? Look to CNS Supply. Hurry in for CNS Supply's bucket sale on now. Stop by and purchase a True Value bucket for just $3 and save 15% on almost anything that fits in the bucket. Clothing, horse tack, toys, paint supplies, cleaning supplies, hardware, plumbing, electrical, and automotive. See store for details. It's a great sale. Hurry, sale ends Sunday. CNS Supply, 1951 North Riverfront Drive, Mankato.
My physical independence means everything. With an American Standard walk-in tub, I know that I can keep that independence as long as possible.
Enjoy over 20 comfort and safety features, like the ultra-low entry and slip-resistant flooring. Plus, 44 air and water jets surround you to soothe aches and pains. Each tub is installed by them and comes with a lifetime warranty. So call now for your free information kit, and for a limited time, get $1,500 in savings.
Call 1-800-524-2195.
We're back in downtown Mankato, the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center. Don Westfall and Ruth Ann Cantile. Second in the two-game series here between the Mavericks and Badgers. The unique thing about the weekend, Ruth Ann, is we actually got going with action here on Thursday night. As you see, Minnesota State head coach John Harrington, he got together with his former Olympic teammate there, Mark Johnson. They brought down 4 other guys from the Twin Cities area, and as a fundraiser for the Maverick hockey program, fans had an opportunity to sit and hear from 6 members of the 40-year anniversary team, the 1980 Olympic team, and that was a fantastic night to hear those guys talk about their experience back in the day. Our goaltenders today, for both sides, teams that fans might not be familiar with. Brianna Belisi here on this side, Kristen Campbell out with an injury. Things going well for her, expected back in the lineup soon. And on the other side, Mavericks so used to seeing Abby Levy in the nets, but this year they split a lot of time between Levy, and today we get to see Calla Franken, as we just talked about in the pregame show, Ruth Ann. Calla Franken, her defensive line mates, defensively, the Mavericks, one of the best teams in the country blocking shots. They will be tested today.
Absolutely, and we're getting started right now in the defensive zone for the Mavericks.
Wisconsin going to work in the zone, picked up along the boards by Anthony, and she's able to play it ahead for Budarak. Played down low, behind the net now, where it's spun along the boards. Bowlby letting out to center ice. Cedarburg is back for the Mavericks. Maurerman is there. Maurerman with a short-handed goal, 1 of 5 yesterday, as far as 5 goals for the Badgers in the 5-1 win over Minnesota State. Luke Binder is there, and that's actually going to be played with a high stick. We'll get our first whistle of the contest in Ruth Ann. Let's hear about the keys to the game coming from Coach Harrington.
Coach Harrington told us earlier today that the team is going to work on their face-offs and really focus on getting possession right off the draw and making things happen. Key number 2, they were looking at time of possession, wanting to have control of the puck and make good plays. And lastly, defensively, carrying the puck out instead of maybe just ringing it a little bit, making direct passes to the outlets.
Play out in front, and a big test there for Frank, and we get a quick whistle, but the turnover behind the net, and thankfully, Calla Frank very alert there on that opportunity for the top line.
Her agility is really nice. You can see her quick feet.
You mentioned the face-offs yesterday. Statistics, we got basically a 2-to-1 ratio for the Badgers, about 32-16 in the face-off wins against the Mavericks. Mavericks get this draw. Anna Wilgren is off the boards, tipped ahead. Be carried into the zone by Brooke Bryant. She sends one just wide of the net. Lamantia, headmans for Shirley. Sophie Shirley will just dump it into the zone as she's upended at center ice. Brooke Bryant back with a long lead pass off the stick of Elkers into the zone. Shayla Edwards is back. Near side, Presley Norby unable to tip that one. We'll get an icing call against Wisconsin. Just about a minute gone here in the first period of play. Again, as we mentioned in the pregame show, Wisconsin with a 4-point lead over Minnesota in the WCHA standings. Wisconsin also benefiting from the fact that they've played 2 fewer games than the Gophers. So right now that 4-point lead with just a few weeks remaining in the conference schedule. It looks good. You obviously want to be rather in first and second, but by no means has the conference been decided at this point. Delaney Drake to the near side, race for the puck. Badgers will pull that away with Norby. Fired back in by Fleming. Fleming had the lone goal for the Mavericks in yesterday's contest. Edwards back for Maddie Rowe. Norby carries into the zone, left off for Abby Rock. Truax trying to force it into the corner. Norby steps in for Wisconsin. Rock back for Norby. Up on top, Mackenzie Steffen puts one in down low. Tip attempt, good attempt there.
Save.
I think that was Mauerman who had the tip right in the slot, and another great save for Frank early in the contest.
When you have that traffic in the front, it's hard for the goaltender to see what's happening when shot from a point like that, and then a tip, like you said. She tracked it very well.
Take a look here at the overhead screen, and again, the tip by Mauerman actually was kind of going behind her, so the fact she got such a great direction on that tip attempt, nicely played on both sides. Mauerman again in the corner, trying to work past Condis. Anna Wilgen steps in for the Mavericks. Takes it out to center ice. Played ahead for Kelsey King. King still with it, playing it down low, and then it's all the way in on top of the crease, set aside, and the net comes off, and we will reset that. We'll see where the face-off comes. There you can see the Badgers with the big extended streak against this Maverick team, going all the way back to March of 2014.
What a powerhouse Wisconsin has been over the years.
Defending national champion. 5 times under Coach Johnson, they've claimed the national crown. Along the way, they've also picked up 7 regular season championships here in the WCHA, 8 tournament championships. Lamontia, bookbinder here on the near side, into the zone for Pettit. Played off her stick, and Anna Wilgren will pick things up for the Mavericks. Off the board, it'll be played out front, and a nice job. Good shot by Pettit. That was blocked by Condis. We've seen a couple of those early on, Ruth Ann. Those are exactly the type of mistakes Minnesota State needs to avoid.
Oh, so far so good.
Condis. Played down low. Unfortunately for Badgers, Watts unable to control that pass. Bookbinder holds it in for Wisconsin. Watts out front trying to feed the slot. No one there, and Edwards will play it at center ice. Shayla Edwards dumps it in. Condis is back for Minnesota State. Off a body. Fleming will try to clean up for the Mavericks. Edwards holds and sends one wide to the far side. It'll be tapped out of the zone by Pointer, who had an assist yesterday on the goal by Fleming. Fleming to the near side. Bobick tries to force it down low. Going to be Bobick. Now Fleming's after it along with Rowe. Back to the point. Teed up and sent wide on the shot by Akervik. All the way back to center ice, and now a race for the puck. Nice job by Akervik, as that was a close attempt for Schneider, who also had a goal yesterday. Quick shot there, score! Akervik with a nice shot right on top of the circle, going stick side.
Quick release. Great pass, too. Let's watch that again. She brings it, draws the defenseman towards her. Great pass.
Again, just inside the post. Akervik, just her 3rd goal of her freshman campaign, and the Mavericks' first shot on goal today. They get the 1-0 lead. Just a little over 4 minutes into the contest. Curl going to work with Wisconsin. Back up on top for Steffen.
Another
Play
tip.
down low. Ooh,
Great
Frank.
recovery on Frank there. To be able to make that first save and then turn around and make that second save is huge.
Fleming and Bobick getting the assist on the play, and you just saw here comes Rock back the other way, backhanded, sent wide on that attempt. Curls in the corner. Just a few moments ago, Frank with a big save to keep it a 1-0 contest. Truax should go behind the net and leave a pass for Cedarburg. Emily Anthony will carry, trying to play it to the far side, feeding King, but that's broken up. Near side, Shirley. Drop pass left off for Watts. Out in front and just tipped away there by Wilgren. Mavericks trying to feed England the other way, but now Pettit brings it back in. Cedarburg there to break out the play for the Mavericks, and they'll carry the other way. Wilgren trying to feed it ahead for Iozo, tipping it, and it's actually going to come out of play. We'll take our first break of the afternoon, but the early score by the Mavericks and Akravic. It's Mavericks on top 1-0.
Biology professors at Minnesota State Mankato had a big idea: immerse first-year students in hands-on scientific research.
I'm already researching the brain and how it controls behavior.
I'm studying how cancer starts so we can figure out how to stop it.
Our Rise Bio Scholarship Program, supported by the National Science Foundation, gives students unique access to real-world research, preparing future leaders in science. Big ideas, real-world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
I got this mountain bike for only $11.
DealDash.com, the fair and honest bidding site. An iPad worth $505 was sold for less than $24, a PlayStation 4 for less than $16, and a Schultz 4K television for less than $2.
I won these Bluetooth headphones for $20.
I got these 3 suitcases for less than $40.
And shipping is always free.
Go to DealDash.com right now and see how much you can save.
Coach John Harrington and the Mavericks on top here early from downtown Mankato. WCHA action, taking down the top-ranked team in the country in Wisconsin. Mavericks with the goal by Akravic from Fleming and Bobick. First shot on goal in the game for the Mavericks. Wisconsin with 3 shots already on goal. About 2 or 3 of those have been high-quality chances. And we talked about it before the game, Ruth Ann, that Calla Frank was going to have to be the best player on the ice for the Mavericks. Obviously, you like to get that offensive help that she got with the goal, but she's been strong early on for Minnesota State.
Yeah, she's been able to make some key saves, and rebounds are kept to a minimum.
Schneider back the other way, taken out along the boards by Wilgren. Condis. Aggressive forecheck here by the Badgers. Get the
nice save.
Yep, Norby there with shot as they get the benefit of that turnover. Schneider and Wilgren trying to poke it out of the zone. Played off a leg, out of play. It might have gone off Gardner. Mavericks are able to clear. Bookbinder lost the puck at neutral ice. Kennedy Bobick trying to force the issue, but it's played back into the zone. Montilla left off now. Bookbinder. Fleming's in on the forecheck to break it up, and now played at center ice. Mauerman dumps it in to the far side. Britta Curl is there for Wisconsin. Rock up on top and then hops over the stick at the point by Rowe. Edwards drives it back in. Akravic. Rock with it along the goal line. Nice move to bring it out in front. Trying to feed Curl.
Play.
Kennedy Bobick will carry for Minnesota State and dump it in, and then she'll be off with the rest of her line mates on a change. 12 minutes remaining here in the first. Again, Mavericks on top 1-0. Rookie of the week in the WCHA, Kelsey King dumps it into the zone. Near side, Mauerman. Kicked back by the Mavericks. Cedarburg will play it for Truax. Off a skate, King Now it's played back out of the zone where Sophie Shirley is there. Truax will carry it into the zone. Fire in the shot. Rebound's given up there.
Still loose.
Good play for Minnesota State, carrying on top. Original shot in on net that Belisi had made the save on, but she lost the rebound right between her skates. And the Mavericks, someone got a stick in it and forced it into the net.
This is why you always play till the whistle, and just squirted right out. She was on the back door there.
I think it's Truax who had the initial shot. A good play by her just to carry in on the net, and the Mavericks moving out to a 2-0 lead. For Truax, getting the goal would be her 7th. She had a couple goals back a few weeks ago in a win against St. Cloud State. Condis. Kelsey King getting the lone assist on that play. And the Mavericks, a 2-0 lead, and then another save by Frank as Shirley comes in really deep on a good rush up the ice. Gardner. Tapped out back to center ice. Loose puck in a race for it that's picked up by Gardner. Dumped into the zone. You know, Ruth Ann, obviously with the 2-0 lead here, we're not even halfway through the first period of play. You would have to think that the confidence starting to build a little bit with the Mavericks on the bench and certainly those on the ice as well.
You can see their body language is a little pep in their step, right?
Drake down for Schneider. She'll go behind the net with it. Played along the net. It's off the base of the net actually on that shot from a low angle by Lamantia. That one gets redirected. Nice tip attempt there by Schneider, and you heard the save off the pad. Jordan Jackson carried in, and again, the Mavericks will go off on a complete line change, and we're halfway through the first period. Shots on goal right now. Wisconsin on top of Minnesota State, 7-3, but 2 of those 3 shots for the Mavericks found the back of the net against the 2-0 Maverick lead. Truax trying to feed Fleming. Will come in on net and sent aside by Belisi. Bobbick in the corner after it. On with Lamantia. Loose puck that Britta Curl will pick up. Played ahead from Maurerman, and now Abby Rock. Cedarburg there defensively to break up that play, and that was dropping on the ice. Britta Curl, she's back up. And the Mavericks send it into the zone. Blessey's out to make the play. Long lead pass for Curl. Now Rock. Body's starting to fly here, Ruth Ann.
Yeah.
Thought maybe we'd see an interference call, but nothing made as Wilgren will lift it into the zone. Still along the boards, and now Curl picks things up for the Badgers. Dumped in off the stick of Watts. Pettit gets there first for Wisconsin, over for Sophie Shirley. Near side, be picked up by England. Lead pass intended there for Budarak. Budarak with the long shot that's off a skate.
Good short shifts for the Mavericks. They're getting it deep, getting fresh legs out there.
Shirley put yourself offside on the play, and with 8:21 left to go here in the first, we'll take a break. Mavericks on top 2-0 on Fox Sports.
I'm Minnesota State Mankato graduate Darren Cotter, and I had a big idea. Use my technology skills and passion for entrepreneurship to build a successful internet marketing company. When I was a student in Mankato, I started Inbox Dollars in my dorm room, and today it's grown into a thriving business. Now I can use my expertise to mentor and invest in other Minnesota tech companies, helping them turn their big ideas into fast-growing businesses. Big ideas, real-world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
Gopher Hockey hits the ice tonight on Fox Sports North Plus.
Get ready for the buzzer beaters, the fantastic finishes, the bitter rivalries, college basketball all season long.
This is Steve. He wants a car, and this is how he's going to get a great deal on that car.
Only CarGurus rates every deal from great to overpriced. Find one you like, find out even more. So when it's time to buy, you know just where you stand. Go to CarGurus today.
Back in Mankato, where you see the Mavericks when they get the first goal of the contest. Not a bad record. 7-4-0 for Minnesota State. And again, right now, 10 wins on the season for the Mavericks. Their first double-digit win in a season since the 2013-14 year. So things starting to go in the right direction here for John Harrington and the Mavericks. And obviously the early 2-0 lead, but a lot of hockey yet to play. And again, when you're taking on the team who leads the country in scoring, it's so dangerous in so many ways. We talked about last night with 3 players already 50 points on the season, but yet your third line is leading you in scoring in a 5-1 win. That's an advantage not many teams, not many coaches can enjoy.
I would have loved to have a roster like Wisconsin has in my day.
I asked Coach Harrington, and before the game, as the Badgers go to work in the zone, Bookbinder with a shot that's kicked out by Frank. How many Olympians are on the Badger team right there? And he kind of looked, and his eyebrows raised. He goes, a lot. Big shot there on a fan attempt, as that was Curl, who had a really good look, but just fanned on that one. But quite literally, I mean, we could be looking at a half dozen serious contenders for a spot on that next Olympic team for the U.S. as it's dumped into the zone.
And every day in practice, you're going up against those players, and you're playing with them. It makes everybody else better.
Played just a few moments ago along the boards. I think the Badgers wanted some type of a tripping or interference call. Both teams yesterday only took 1 penalty in the contest. Both went 0 for 1 with the man advantage, but actually with the Mavericks, with the power play, it was a short-handed goal, one of the 5 tallies. Shot there, and Frank kicks that out. Bobick unable to clear. His nice play by Edwards to hold the zone. Sophie Shirley will crawl over the line, and here's a race for the puck. And now it's the Mavericks who are looking for a tripping call, as that was Pointer who got dropped on the play. Sophie Shirley wheeling and dealing. Low angle shot will send it wide. Maybe he was looking for a tip on the far side by Watts, who plays it up on top. Steffen, that one sent wide. Low angle shot will come to the near side. Truax behind the net for the Mavericks has it taken away by Shirley. That was actually Delaney Drake, as the Badgers in the midst of a line change. Steffen at the point, and the Mavericks was an extended time in the defensive zone here. Schneider with the shot. Yeah, do you think about getting an icing here if need be?
Yeah, you've got to get a whistle here for the Mavericks.
Bouncing puck off a leg from the shot by Norby, and Frank quickly is able to pounce on that on top of the crease, and Mavericks do get that break they were looking for. 5:30 left to go in the first. Again, we mentioned the Badgers yesterday, a 5-1 win here in Mankato versus the Mavericks. Other action in the WCHA, 4-1 win for Minnesota over Bemidji State, and in overtime it was UMD 5-4 winners over Ohio State. Another quick shot down low. Rebound was there, but Mauerman unable to get to it. And now the Mavericks with Budarak. Along the boards, Abby Rock. Broken up by Condis. Lamontia, lead pass. Right in front of the Maverick bench. Lamontia again, she'll just dump it in and give chase along with Wilgren. Condis steps into the play. Off the boards, loose puck. Condis clears for the Mavericks, and then off a body in front of the Maverick bench. It's picked up. Brett Pettit. That shot gets blocked by Wilgren, who had 2 more last night, so now 79 on the season for her. Watts with a quick turnaround, and Frank has that save. Badgers going to work again in the zone. Pettit up on top. Off a body here. Steffen tees up a shot, and that's Karam's wide off a tip. Played back up on top. Steffen one more time. Shot hits some traffic. Off to the far side. Shirley plays it back to the point. Bowlby near side for Steffen. in the slot. Pettit did not get all of that on that shot. It's picked up by King, and she just lifts out to center ice to clear, and the Mavericks are going to try to make a quick change. Bill Watts to the far side, and that pass broken up. Gardner will headman a pass. Flipped in by England. Blessy is out and played to the far side. Steffen has it. Carried into the zone.
Nicely played
by Schneider, but
defensively.
yeah, defensively nice job there, riding the player out in the boards. That one's going to come up and over the glass. And we will take our last break of the first period of play. Mavericks with a 2-0 lead over the Badgers.
The phone company is ripping off business owners every month with hidden fees and sneaky surcharges. See for yourself.
Verizon is taking me for an extra $25 in taxes and fees per line. That's not okay.
AT&T got me with a cost assessment charge.
CenturyLink stuck me with an extra $40 in taxes and fees per line.
Frontier snuck in an extended area service charge. Not cool.
Spectrum Business is different because the price you see is the price you pay. Just $19.99 a month when bundled. Call 844-997-0577. $19.99. That's all you'll pay.
At that price, I could cut my phone bill in half.
Bundle Spectrum Business Voice with 200 meg internet. No added phone taxes, no hidden fees, no contracts. Stop getting ripped off. Call Spectrum Business today. 844-997-0577.
Coach Mark Johnson, you see him there behind the bench. His Badgers have only given up the first goal in the contest 4 times this season. In 2 of those games, you see they were able to come back and get the victory. So a little bit of uncharted territory. Don't know how often this year the Badgers have been behind by a couple goals in a contest.
We'll see how they handle this adversity.
Mauerman shot in, and Frank is there for the glove save before Rock can look at a rebound opportunity. All in all, if you're John Harrington, the Mavericks, you have to be beyond pleased with the start of this contest. You got a couple of goals, get some confidence, and you're getting good play from your goaltender.
Absolutely. A lot of game left, so if they can sustain this momentum, good things are going to happen for the Mavericks today.
Steffen, she'll just fire it in behind the net, skips over the stick of Mauerman. Rock trying to feed it back on the near side. Now it's picked up by Truax. Truax carries out to center ice. Loose puck will be picked up by Fleming. He'll dump it into the zone. You know, we're inside now, 3 minutes left. How critical is it for the Mavericks to take this 2-0 lead this deep into the period with just, again, a couple minutes left? Take that momentum into the first intermission.
It's going to be huge for them. So, you know, getting it across the red line, dumping it deep towards the end of the period here just to make sure that it's not in the defensive zone. It's going to be key.
Cedarberg had a really good look, but a nice block there on that shot. Maddie Rowe on top of the slot. It is Anthony with the drop pass. Badgers at center ice. Turned around by Wilgren. She was trying to feed or take away the pass that was intended for Shirley. Rowe to the far side. Watts now with it. Sophie Shirley. As it tapped away from her, and now into the corner where Wilgren picks it up for Minnesota State. Condas near side Anthony. Played out of the zone, flipped back in, but Wilgren is there for the Mavericks. Budarak.
Mavericks are puck possessing very well. Nice passes. Need to get it through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone here.
Wilgren will carry and get it to that red line, dump it in. And Montilla is back. Leave it here to the near side for Bookbinder. Race to the puck that actually Elkers almost got the puck away at the zone. Schneider feed Nordby. Shot was blocked out front by Akervik. Akervik ahead. Played now just too far on that lead pass intended for Gardner on the play. And that'll be an icing call against the Badgers with 1:02 left to go in the first. We had talked about at the beginning of the broadcast, these two coaches being on that 1980 Olympic team. That's, I know, one of the features coming up here at the first intermission. Kind of some highlights of that event in Mankato on Thursday night.
Both coaching staff are just top-notch. I mean, coming from that experience and then their coaching experience after they were both done playing, having good assistance along the way to help them.
To the far side will be picked up by Schneider. Caitlin Schneider. Norby is also over there, puck at center ice. Carried by Stefan. In on net, and Frank will just cover it up as it went off the stick of one of her defenders into the zone. Mauerman gets dumped on the play looking for a rebound. And as a former coach, you're only smiling up here.
I am, because I like it that they're going to play a little tough out front, you know. It's good. Don't touch my goalie, right?
That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Face-off will stay in the zone, stick side of Frank with 38.4 seconds left. Badgers get the draw. Played out of the zone, however, on the pass across the top, and Stefan drives it back in. Condis. Off a skate. Now we'll have a race for the puck.
Nice finish.
Fleming tries to get there as she went into the boards heavy along. Here comes the Badgers the other way to the near side. Stefan on top. Off into the corner, and that will do it for the first period of play. A period in which the Badgers outshoot the Mavericks by a margin of 14-3. But the most important statistic, the Mavericks maximizing those shots on goal. They get goals from Akravic and Truex. And after one period of play, it's Minnesota State 2, Wisconsin nothing. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and there you see in our first intermission, we'll talk to Charlotte Akravic. And again, highlights from the 40th anniversary of the Miracle Team here in Mankato from Thursday night. You're watching WCHA Hockey here on Fox Sports.
I'm Larissa Schulich, a Minnesota State Mankato student, and I have a big idea. I want to be among the few women who have a cockpit view of the world. My dad has his pilot's license. He inspired me to put in the hard work necessary to fly commercial planes. Now, with the guidance of my professors and thousands of hours of expert training, my big idea is becoming a reality, one flight at a time. Big ideas, real world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
You put your team in front of you, you put your community in front of you, you put your family in front of you. You never lose truly being an East Sider.
Hey, you want to register for the Polar Plunge?
The thing where you jump in a frozen lake?
That's it. It's for a great cause.
No.
Why not?
I'll catch a cold.
You're not coordinated enough for that.
Do you know who I am?
I know exactly who you are.
Burn.
Put your excuses on ice. Register for the Polar Plunge today.
Welcome. Beautiful day, and we start a new era.
If you're on my team, you have to blank.
Have character. I have to remain focused on what I believe is going to work and our plan and our goal.
Welcome back to downtown Mankato, where the score is now 2-0. Your Minnesota State Mavericks are leading the Badgers of Wisconsin. I'm Marissa Voss. I'm joined by freshman defenseman number 8, Charlotte Ockervik. Charlotte, so, you took the lead early right there in the middle of the last period. How important is it to take that lead early?
I think it's really important for us to get some goals on the board. I know we've been struggling with that all season, and the more we score, the more confidence we have when we play. So it's good for us.
This Maverick team has 2 goals on one of college hockey's top-ranked teams. That's got to give you guys some confidence going throughout this game.
Yeah, it feels really good going into the second with a 2-goal lead. I think we just need to build on it and hopefully keep things rolling in that direction.
Thanks, Charlotte. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Coming back from break, I get the opportunity to chat with head coach of MSU, John Harrington, at a fundraising event that was held last Thursday. Stay tuned, guys.
Hey there, I'm Travis Frank. Coming up this week on Due North Outdoors, we're celebrating deer season in the Northwoods. We join a group of hunters at a very special camp that brings opportunities to hunters in need. Then we go deep into the forest with a family that hunts on the move. Plus, we'll show you how to get started in the off-road sport of fat tire biking this week on Due North Outdoors.
Weekends were made for the outdoors. And Fox Sports North gets you ready for all of your outdoor adventures.
Oh, that was cool, huh?
Every Saturday and Sunday morning, tune in for great tips and learn new techniques from the pros as they explore some of the best locations around. We are your home for outdoor adventure. We are Fox Sports North Outdoors. Every Saturday and Sunday morning. For the complete schedule, log on to foxsportsnorth.com.
It's time to plunge and help support Special Olympics Minnesota. Join Fox Sports North and our Minnesota teams for this year's Pro Sports Plunge and Tailgate, March 7th at Riley Park in Eden Prairie. To join the team or donate, visit plungemn.org.
Tuesday, it's a Western Conference clash. Can Parisi and the Wild prevail when Vegas invades the state of hockey? Tuesday at 6:30 on Fox Sports North.
Enjoy Gopher men's and women's hockey with Cub Family 4-packs. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorns, and 4 sodas, plus $5 off $50 at Cub. Go to gophersports.com/Cub Family 4-pack.
Welcome back. It's intermission here between your Minnesota State Mavericks and the Badgers of Wisconsin. Last Thursday, February 6th, there was a fundraising event for the MSU women's hockey team that involved head coach of MSU, John Harrington, head coach of the Badgers, Mark Johnson, and 4 others who were involved in the 1980 Miracle team. The timing was perfect to host this event because John's longtime friend and Badgers head coach and teammate on the 1980 Miracle team was coming to town.
Well, it's a chance here. We talked about it with our athletic administration, and they had the idea that maybe we put together a 40th anniversary event. The University of Wisconsin is town this weekend, and Mark Johnson, of course, is their coach, a member of our 1980 Olympic team. So we just thought we could get a few other guys to come down from the Twin Cities and give a chance for a lot of hockey fans in Mankato area here to come get together and talk a little bit about the 1980 Miracle on Ice and what it was like to be on that team. And to think it's 40 years ago, it's an amazing thing. But we enjoy talking about it, so we're hoping to have a fun night.
John recalls on some old memories and talks about how it feels great to be back together again and reminisces about what happened between all of them in 1980.
Yeah, it feels great. We get a chance on occasion during the year to do this. We get a chance to see the guys. Of course, a lot of them still live in Minnesota, so we get to see each other periodically. But it's fun to get together. We always laugh because there might be a couple questions about how your family's doing, and then everything kind of goes right back to jabbing each other about things that happened in 1980. So they're kind of fresh in our mind, and we always have a few laughs.
There's been a lot of stipulation about what's been factual and not regarding the movie. The guys watch clips from the movie to prove if it is fact or fiction at the fundraising event.
We're going to look at we're going to watch some of the film, the movie, and there's some things that are factual. There are some other things that got twisted a little bit. But I think, we always find out things, and I think that's what's interesting. Like sometimes some of the players will remember different things than maybe we remembered, and we can find those things out too. But I think it's always interesting for the crowd that's here to be able to ask questions and what it was like, and some questions lead to others. So I think it's really going to be enjoyable.
Coming back from break, there will be more WCHA action on Fox Sports.
There are 5 million unsung heroes in our country, the children of military families. These kids never signed up to serve, but they do. The mission of the United Heroes League is to keep these kids active and healthy while their parents serve our country, through programs proven to teach the life skills military kids and their families need to stay strong. It's time we all gave back to those servicemen and women who sacrificed so much for us. Give to the United Heroes League today.
This is the state of hockey, where the game is intense.
Polito delivers a heavy hit.
The action is exhilarating.
Score!
And the passion runs deep.
Score! Zach Parisi on the deflection. Saved by Dubnik.
Wild hockey, all season long on Fox Sports North and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
This is by far the sorriest display I've ever seen. Did you forget everything you've learned? Were you just flailing around? You're never gonna make it with these skills.
I think I'm gonna play my 10th tournament here in Melbourne. It's always been great for me to be here. You know, I love the people here in Australia, and for me it's very special. It's very sad to see all the bushfires and destroying Australia and those animals and people. And Australia, we stand with you and we're thinking about you. We love you.
Hey Maverick fans, I'm Marissa Voss. If you haven't heard the exciting news, Hockey Day Minnesota is coming to Mankato in 2021. We've got some committee members here who wanted to host it here in Mankato. We've got David Wittenberg. David, wow, what a huge event for Minnesota. This has been going on and on. And there's been a lot of community members, submitting to try to host. Can you tell us about Hockey Day Minnesota and what you guys did to host it here in Mankato?
Sure. Well, first of all, we're extremely excited to showcase Greater Mankato. We think it's a tremendous opportunity to show our love and passion for the game of hockey. Obviously, we've been working on it for quite some time. I think our activity started 2 years ago from a planning standpoint. And we have about a 3 to 4 day event with a number of festivities. We want to thank Fox Sports North and Minnesota Wild for entrusting us with this iconic event.
So now we're going to go to Michelle Schuf. Michelle, so you are the marketing efforts for Hockey Day Minnesota. What inspired you to volunteer for this and just kind of get involved with this event?
Well, it really encompasses two things that I'm passionate about, this community and hockey. We have a great opportunity to showcase Southern Minnesota. This is the first time that Fox Sports North and the Wild are allowing us to have it in Southern Minnesota, so we're very excited about that. The great thing is that the funds that we raise for this program are going to stay in the community, so we're really excited to be able to make an impact on youth hockey programs, which we're all very passionate about.
So now we're going to go to Lindsay Botker. So Lindsay, you are the head marketing events for this Hockey Day Minnesota and Mankato. What can the fans expect for that weekend who are coming from all over?
Sure. Well, we're hoping to make it a very fan-centered, interactive experience for the family. We're looking to have live entertainment, a lot of games and activities for them to take part in, as well as an auxiliary youth rink. So whether you're a passionate, diehard hockey fan or you're kind of new to the game, we really encourage everyone from the region. We hope that we see you there participating and partaking in this event.
Wow, it sounds like quite the event. We've got one more last question for David. With having this amazing event back, here for the first time, roughly a year to do this. Do you think that's enough time? Do you think you guys can pull it off?
Well, we do. You know, obviously, as we learned from some of the other successful Hockey Day Minnesota events, we've been planning this for some time. It's always about people. So for us, we've tried to bring a wonderful group of executive members together. And at the same time, we'll be leveraging a lot of community people that are really passionate about the game of hockey. And we're just excited to showcase it in 2021.
You're excited, we're excited, the whole Mankato community is excited for this event. I'm so thankful that you guys joined us all in for this interview and hope to see you there next year.
This is Stir. As in a free app that gets you free live TV. Listening. It's 30 channels and growing. Good. Classic shows. Sci-fi, sports. Yes, and yes. Hundreds of movies. And it's free. Watch it anytime, anywhere. How much would you pay for that? For free.
We could be like this for days, man.
Can I get Stir on my Roku? Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, your phone, your tablet. So, Stir. Stir. Download the Stir app for free TV today.
Our past is real. Our future is real. Ring of Honor Wrestling. Honor is real. Friday at midnight on Fox Sports Networks. Gopher hockey hits the ice tonight on Fox Sports North Plus.
You put your team in front of you, you put your community in front of you, you put your family in front of you. You never lose truly being an East Sider.
Get ready for the buzzer beaters, the fantastic finishes, the bitter rivalries, college basketball all season long.
Mavericks of Minnesota State head back to the ice here for the second period on top of Wisconsin by a score of 2-0. Don Westfall along with Ruth Ann Cantile bringing you the action today from downtown Mankato and the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center. You see our stats after the first period to play with. Again, the Mavericks on top, and obviously the discrepancy in shots on goal, 15-3, the official margin in favor of the Badgers. Shots attempted, a wide discrepancy there as well. So you see the block shots certainly helping out Calla Frank in the nets for the Maverick, who's been good on all 15 shots that she's won. And just like yesterday, Ruth Ann, the Badgers doubling up on the Mavericks as far as faceoffs won. One of the points of concern coming into the contest for Coach Harrington. But despite all those statistics, again, as we saw, the most important one, it's the Mavericks on top 2-0 here after one. Wisconsin coming in again. We talked about this on top in the standings of the WCHA, 4 points over Minnesota. And the fact that Wisconsin also 2 fewer games, a big stat on their side. You see also there are a couple of other games here in the WCHA just ready to get underway. Minnesota and Bemidji State, and also UMD and Ohio State. It was the Gophers and the Bulldogs with wins in those respective games last night. And we're underway with period number 2. Ruth Ann, your impressions of the first period of play?
I think that the help that Calla Frank's team is giving her in the slot is super helpful. She makes that save. They're clearing out bodies so that there aren't second shots. That's been really apparent in the first period.
I know one of the things that Coach Harrington had talked to us about as well was the idea of his team in the defensive zone doing a better job of carrying the puck out versus just trying to dump it out of the zone. You think the Mavericks have been better at that today?
Absolutely, absolutely. They had some really nice passes out of the zone.
Sophie Shirley the other way, plays it behind the net, still has it.
trying to bring it out front, but that was broken up. Here's a chance on the weak side, and somehow just missing on virtually a wide open net was Pettit as she was taking the feed there of Daryl Watts. She tried to one time, and maybe the puck was on edge a little bit and sends it just wide.
Your eyes get as big as saucers when you're standing in front there and you've got the whole net wide open, and she just went wide.
Elkers now to the near side. Bryant is, oh boy, she gets knocked into the wall by Sophie Shirley, and that be our first penalty of the game on a cross-checking call. And I know maybe both coaches wondering about some of the non-calls in the first, but Ruth Ann, a very obvious call there against Shirley.
Right, and totally unnecessary. It's an offensive fraction. Why would you? She must have maybe been a little aggressive. It just
125, the cross-checking call as you saw there against Sophie Shirley. Again, both teams 0 for 1 yesterday in the 5-1 win for the Badgers, first of the 2-game series. We'll get you the statistics on the teams on the season. And we get an opportunity here as the Mavericks trying to create something. Well, already, boy, with that 2-0 lead, getting a goal here would be a huge momentum boost coming right out of the first intermission. King unable to control that, and I think there's another opportunity. Maybe the Badgers would have liked to have seen an interference call on King as she pulled Mauerman down. Mavericks trying to bring it into the zone and knock down the ice. Truex takes a hit from Curl. Now King will bring it into the zone. Kelsey King trying to feed the shot there, but that one was broken up. It'll be sent down the ice. You just saw the numbers on both teams again. The Badgers coming in 10th in the country on the penalty kill, while the Mavericks on the power play 27th, with just coming in 11 goals and 78 opportunities so far. That's an offside call against the Mavericks as Fleming brought it into the zone. So we'll take the face-off back at neutral ice with 58 seconds left to go in the Maverick power play.
That's a tough one there, Don.
Especially being uncontested, you got to make sure you bring it into the zone and trying to get things set up. Mavericks get the draw and dumped in by Elkers. Bookbinder is back. Cedarburg bouncing puck. Along the boards, Delaney Drake trying to clear, still in the zone, and finally Drake does the job. We'll send it down the ice, and the Mavericks retreat with Elkers, and still 30 seconds left to go of power play time. Elkers carried in. Bookbinder takes it away along the boards. Condis is there to turn things around. Fleming trying to feed it out in front, had a couple of teammates, but couldn't get it to them in time, and now held in at the point. Long shot, that one gets blocked. Bouncing puck down low on a backhand. There was one opportunity for Fleming, and Blessy makes that save. Another chance down low, and that's forced wide. And then it's shot right through the crease by Elkers. Mavericks buzzing right now. Badgers back at full strength, but the Mavericks very late in that power play opportunity had a few really good looks, Ruth Ann.
Yeah, with traffic in front, anything can happen there, and they've got the momentum here. If they can keep puck possession, good things are going to happen on this.
Out in front, there's a one-timer by Condis who sneaks in from the point, and she sends one wide. Mavericks now, this group's been on the ice a long time and finally brought out to center ice by Watts. Mavericks turn things around the line and lead pass for King. Nice job defensively there to break up the play by Bowlby, and it's sent down. No icing as Watts gets there first to the far side. Norby behind the net, now played off the base of the net. That was Rock. Up on top, Steffen. Grace Bowlby with the long shot, and Ella Frank sees enough of that and will take the face off. And pretty important, especially here with the long change in the second. When she gets a chance to freeze it, you're probably going to take that opportunity.
Right, and she's tracking the puck well, so as long as she can see it, she's going to do her best to stop it.
You know, it's just even coming in the end of that power play, the confidence, you can just see it building right now for this Maverick team.
Yeah, this has got to be exciting for them.
And it's to some degree maybe a little bit of frustration, that penalty taken by Shirley. Early, a lot of game yet to be played. Here's one chance by Norby, and now be played to Edwards on the far side. Behind the net, Drake Trying to feed the slot, but it's broken up by the Mavericks. Bouncing puck down low. Akravic clears along the boards and played out. Jordan Jackson for the Mavericks, but a nice job by Drake to break that play up. Elkers unable to play for the Mavericks. Now Edwards along the near boards. Back to Truex. Tapped out, and here comes Norby one-on-one looking for Trailer and Watts, but a great job defensively. What a nice play there by Cedarburg.
Yeah, textbook.
Played out of the zone, so Bobick just has to control, and that's off the legs. Daryl Watts with the puck to the far side. Right at the line, played out.
Mavericks need to be careful here. You know, a 2-goal lead, they always say that's the worst lead in hockey. We don't need as much offense. We do need puck possession and good defensive play.
Pettit with the drop play to Curl, and a nice job defensively to Truax as he was trying to draw it back into the zone. Fleming has it poked away from her by Lamontia, who will carry into the zone. Montia, low angle shot that goes wide to the far side. Bookbinder plays it behind the net. Pointer played out of the zone, and Bookbinder will come back for the Badgers. Britta Curl. Bookbinder will fire it in for Wisconsin. Condis is on the near side. Loose puck picked up by Budarak. Cedarburg. Lead pass Condis, and that's broken up at center ice, but still dumped into the zone. Budarak and Bowlby in a race for the puck. Steffen along the board. Norby for the Badgers. Drake will carry into the zone. Shot there, and another glove save by Frank. And we'll take our first break of the second period. 2-0, our score still from Mankato on Fox Sports.
Biology professors at Minnesota State Mankato had a big idea: immerse first-year students in hands-on scientific research.
I'm already researching the brain and how it controls behavior.
I'm studying how cancer starts so we can figure out how to stop it.
Our Rise Bio Scholarship Program, supported by the National Science Foundation, gives students unique access to real-world research, preparing future leaders in science. Big ideas, real-world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
I'm Minnesota State Mankato graduate Darren Cotter, and I had a big idea. Use my technology skills and passion for entrepreneurship to build a successful internet marketing company. When I was a student in Mankato, I started Inbox Dollars in my dorm room, and today it's grown into a thriving business. Now I can use my expertise to mentor and invest in other Minnesota tech companies, helping them turn their big ideas into fast-growing businesses. Big ideas, real-world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
Mark Johnson and the Badgers trailing 2-0 here in Mankato. You see where Wisconsin statistically is at in terms of national rankings. And of course, we've talked about offensively, just how dangerous they are. Power play, the power play percentage, almost 38%. The team record here, program record in Wisconsin is a little over 30%. They're obliterating that right now, but yet shutout nearing the halfway point of the contest. Pettit with a shot that's a centering attempt blocked by Wilgren. It's played out of the zone. Race for the puck that King will get there for the Mavericks. King to the far side for Anthony. King one more time. Along the board, Sophie Shirley. Daryl Watts. That pass broken up. Shirley will carry into the zone. Shot is sent wide as it was kind of tangled up with a little bit defensively behind by the Mavericks. Foley with the shot that goes wide. Bodies flying in the slot area. Now the Mavericks with King, and she just gets it to center ice. Steffen. Lead pass for Mauerman. Mauerman gets past Akravic. Low angle shot off the back of the net. To the top of the point here, Steffen. Bowlby in the slot. That's Mauerman with the shot redirected, sent through the top of the crease. Bowlby with it one more time. Poked away. Badgers come back and will play it in the zone. Britta Curl taps it ahead now for Schneider. Schneider with the shot and another glove save, and Frank has been great not giving up rebounds this afternoon. There is that dangerous play. Boy, Curl had it. She was so low along the goal line, really didn't have any angle to work with. Probably really what she's trying to do is play it off the back of Frank.
Yeah, could have been.
Drake will step in for the draw for Wisconsin. I believe she's in there with Pointer for Mavericks. Wisconsin gets this draw. Cedarburg catches up to it with Norby behind the net. Off the glass, Mavericks will try to clear, but held in by Rowe. Schneider in the corner. Tapped away as Drake was looking for an opportunity. Low angle shot gets blocked by Truax, and the Mavericks will bring it out to center ice. Fleming carries it in, but Pointer just inside the line. That'll be an offside call against the Mavericks with a little over 17 or a little over 11 minutes left to go in the second. You see the disparity in the shots on goal continuing to build, but Mavericks holding on to that 2-0 lead. Mavericks will send Pointer in for the face-off along with Pettit, so the top line out for the Badgers. Pettit brought into the zone, broken up by Cedarburg, still loose. Now loose puck picked up by Pettit. Pettit to Shirley behind the net, trying to feed one there, and a one-timer to Watts that's broken up, and here come the Mavericks. Cedarburg sends one in on net. Rebound is there, tapped back in on net, and thankfully on that one, if you're a Badger fan, Blessy is good on the save, but looked like an innocent shot just in on net. But again, Cedarburg following up and had another good look on the rebound.
Yeah, it's not very often you can get your own rebound, but she crashed hard. That was kind of nice to see.
Steffen. Lead pass for Maurerman. Maurerman low angle shot. They got blocked this time by Wilgren one more time. Condis is behind the net for the Mavericks. Condis picks it up in the corner. Played off the glass but held in. That shot off the post. That was a high shot that got redirected out on top of the crease and right off the post, and thankfully really not a whole lot of rebound. Here's King down low, and that one is sent just wide. King behind the net. Boy, you see that, Ruth Ann, so often in hockey, you get the post on one side and then a goal comes back the other way, and I almost thought we had another case.
Right. And Wisconsin kind of had a flurry of a couple opportunities, and then it comes back this way.
Maybe a little bit of just a lapse there after thinking they got the goal, and that might have resulted in that rush, but King had a really good look on a tip to the far side. Elkers near corner now. Bryant behind the net. Out in front trying to feed one for Bryant, but that was broken up defensively by the Badgers. Jackson holds the zone. Played off the glass out to center ice. Turned right around by Jackson, and here come the Badgers. Played off the stick of Watts, and the Mavericks are able to clear. Shayla Edwards as the puck goes off a couple of skates. Pettit for Watts. Badgers are off on a change, and so Truax with a little room to work. Carries to center ice and dumps it in. Bookbinder plays it away from Fleming. Schneider headmans for Drake, and it's dumped into the zone. Cedarburg, things starting to loosen up a little bit here, more end-to-end action, Ruth Ann.
Yeah, definitely. You can see where Wisconsin is pushing hard here, right? Forechecking hard. Trying to get that first goal for them.
Fleming lifted out to center ice. Lamontia comes back to play it for Wisconsin off the glass. Sent in by Schneider. Frank left off behind the net. Presley Norby wins that race.
Good teamwork there.
Sophia Pointer She'll just continue to carry in the long lead pass. It's tipped in by Bobick. Mauerman. Mauerman behind the net as Wisconsin will get set up in the zone. Long pass, it's blocked out front, loose puck. Mauerman had one chance, another follow-up, and then Frank, that might have been Abby Rock on the follow-up on that rebound, but Frank stands strong in the nets for the Mavericks, and it's still a Minnesota State 2-0 lead.
Sound power is defined as through a surface, a product of sound pressure and a component of the particle velocity at a point on the surface. Sound could permeate other dimensions.
Calla Frank, freshman out of Hugo, Minnesota, on the north side of the Twin Cities. She has been strong in the nets for the Mavericks today. Brianna Blessy on the other side, also from the north side of the Twin Cities from Maple Grove. Has only seen 5 shots on goal, and unfortunately for Blessy and the Badgers, 2 of the first 3 shots that she saw went into the net, and that right now is the 2-0 lead the Mavericks have. Both goals coming back in the first 8.5 minutes of the contest. Played in on net dangerously as Wilgren had it. The puck just get away from her, and very alertly Frank covers up. We'll take another face-off in the zone. Any signs on your part that Wisconsin's starting to press a little bit, or it's a little too early for that?
It looks like their forecheck is definitely increased. They're working hard down low, trying to create opportunities to draw Mavericks away from the net so they leave somebody out front.
Face-off will be played into the corner. Wilgren will get there, tap it ahead for Pointer, who then flips it out of play. And you know what? We'll see if third time is the charm on the face-off from that spot.
Just got to keep winning those draws, right?
I guess. Again, the Mavericks next weekend hosting UMD before they close out the regular season at Minnesota. Wisconsin hosting Ohio State next weekend while the Gophers are off, and then the Wisconsin Badgers at UMD to close out the regular season. Of course, Wisconsin hoping to get the WCHA regular season championship. That would give them the bye before we head into the final face-off, middle of March, up in the Twin Cities. Frank with another save. This time the face-off will move to the glove circle. Wisconsin keeps that line out there with Rock. Now Sophie Shirley out there along with Watts. We're talking to the sports information staff. There's a shot wide. A couple weeks ago, the Badgers had switched up lines, and now maybe after a period and a half of play, as here comes King with a low angle shot out in front. Score! 2-on-1 turnover for the Mavericks into the zone. King feeds it over to Emily Anthony, and it's a 3-0 Maverick lead.
You can see the patience, too. She just holds on to it, waiting for her. She knows she's going to be there. Beautiful play.
.52 the time of the goal for Anthony. That's her 6th of the season. Again, King getting at least one of the assists. That was really well played coming into the zone. The gap was there, and a nice feed over from King.
Well, let's see how Wisconsin reacts to this, right? Coming right back here, hard forecheck.
Wilgren getting the second assist on the play, and now the Badgers, Ruth Ann, I think it's really crucial for Wisconsin. They need to take some momentum. They need a goal here in the last 6.5 to cut into this Maverick lead. Rowe at center ice turns things around. Bryant played ahead for Elkers, who dumps it into the zone.
Misread.
Along the boards, Truax will step in for the Mavericks to pick it up. Now behind the net, tries a wraparound out in front. And Brianna Blessy will cover up on that save and take the face-off in the zone.
Well, let's see if we can get an offensive zone draw here, create another scoring opportunity for the Mavericks.
Badgers unfortunately get that draw if you're a Maverick fan. We know plenty of viewers this weekend in Wisconsin as well, watching your top-ranked Badgers. Carried in and then sent through the crease to the far side, as Badgers just kind of running out of real estate on that rush. Dumped into the zone by Fleming. Into the corner, Bookbinder catches up to it first. Off the boards from Mauerman. And now Abby Rock will just dump it in.
Rock's been talking with the officials. I wish they could mic them up so we knew what they were talking about.
Tipped into the zone by Fleming, and both teams are completing a full change of 5 players on the ice as Bowlby behind her own net. Montia tipped into the zone by Shirley. She's after it along with Wilgren. Condis off the boards. Bouncing puck. Pettit with the shot. It's off a block out front by Budarak. And now King will just clear for the Mavericks. Anthony catches up to it, and she tries to force it into the zone, and King finishes the job. Watts. Wilgren is back for Minnesota State. Long lead pass ahead for King, who just tips it in. Mavericks going with maybe even shorter line changes, trying to, you know, they realize obviously now you're down to 4.5 left in the second period. Again, with that long change, you certainly don't want a team that's kind of run out of energy on the ice this deep in the period.
Exactly. You don't want to get stuck in your own zone.
Rowe, far side for Edwards. Nice job there holding the boards is Madison Elkers to force the play for the Mavericks. Now turnover. Elkers will just play it behind the net. Schneider, but it's held in by Akravic, and a good job here by this group of Mavericks holding the zone a couple times, trying to feed it out in the slot, but a little bit too far in the play for Bryant, and here come the Badgers. 3-on-2 in the zone with Schneider. Played over for Drake. Wrist shot goes wide of the net. Puck is picked up and cleared out by Bryant. No icing on this play. Lamontia, she'll carry for the Badgers, left off from Mauerman. Pass too far ahead for Curl, and Mavericks will lift out, swatted into the zone. You're going to say no offsides. A great play defensively there by Truax to break up that pass intended for Mauerman. I thought we might have had offsides on that play, and we're going to get it. And with a late break here in the second, it's now the Mavericks on top of Wisconsin, 3-0.
Oh my gosh, wow. Who am I? Wow, is that really me?
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. It's called Plexiderm. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount, and that's how easy it is. And I did this to my father. We were at home. 4 minutes, 34 seconds, completely gone.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. Plexiderm makes you feel as good outside as you do inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
Not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. So it targets all those problem areas.
You can get Plexiderm for up to 50% off. Order yours at plexiderm.com or call the number on your screen.
Don Westfall and Ruth Ann Quintile back here in downtown Mankato, where the Mavericks with a 3-0 lead late in the second period play. Understatement, but obviously as fans around the WCHA see this one, I know there's a few opponents for the Badgers liking what they're seeing from the Mavericks right now. Even if a surprise to everybody in the building, but maybe not the Mavericks so much, who just continue to be playing with confidence and benefiting from that third goal here in the second.
Well, and there's so much that goes into it, right? Coaches are looking at game film, giving those kids the opportunity to watch film and learn from what happened yesterday and make corrections for today's game. It looks as though the Mavericks utilized that this afternoon.
Shirley back up on top. Montia, as the Badgers starting to buzz here a little bit with this group on the ice late in the second. Rebound out in front. That one is cleared aside. Now Fleming with it for the Mavericks. And again, here's the rush we knew we'd get from the Badgers late in the second. Montia back trying to feed behind the net, but Truax bakes up that play, and the Mavericks at least can clear temporarily. Pointer dumps it in, and that's a needed play there for the Mavericks to get it deep,
Fresh
and they
legs.
can get some fresh skaters.
Yep.
Condis drives it into the zone. Lamontia sends it back. Loose puck, and now it's going to be played with a hand pass, and so we'll take a face-off with 2:10 left to go here in the second. The commissioner's in the building. Hello there, Jennifer Flowers. We'll talk to you in a few minutes, okay? You're very prompt, though. I love that. You're a true administrator. That's great.
As an administrator, you like to give prompts.
I love that. That's right.
Yeah.
That's correct.
If you're on time, you're late, right?
I've heard that before, yeah. It's not always been my strong suit, actually, in all honesty. It still isn't, but that's another story for another time.
We only had to leave someone once when they were late. Technically on time, we left a little early.
One time is usually enough.
That's all it took, and then our kids were in the lobby waiting for the bus a half hour early.
Chance down low. Here comes a backhand by Rock, and then a low angle shot by Steffen gets blocked. Condis. Curl is there to turn things around for the Badgers, but played down the ice, and Bowlby has it. Curl left off for Mauerman, who's got an edge on the play. That shot goes wide, trying to go short side. Britta Curl. Along the boards, Anthony and Rock fighting for puck possession. Now Sophie Shirley picks things up for Wisconsin. Out in front, pass intended for Watts is broken up, and here comes King the other way for the Badgers, or excuse me, for the Mavericks. She had gotten enough of the red line to take care of what might have been an icing call. Bouncing puck at center ice. Off a skate. And the Mavericks pick up possession. Akravic flips it out to center ice. Elkers will tee up a shot that's blocked. Gardner's twice take a swipe at it, and now it's Bryant in the corner. Bookbinder along to the near boards. Watts clears for Wisconsin. Race for the puck. Shirley with the trailer down the slot. Save is made by Frank, and Akravic will turn things around for the Mavericks. Now Elkers brings it into the zone. Drop pass for Bryant, who tees up a shot wide. Norby at center ice with inside 20 seconds remaining in the second. Cedarberg will clear for the Mavericks. Played ahead for Bobick. Bobick and Bowlby in the corner, and now it's Norby along the boards for Wisconsin. She looks up, and that'll bring us to the end of the second period of play. Just one goal in the period, but the Mavericks able to extend their lead on the goal by Anthony, her 6th of the season at 12:57. Assist to King and Wilgren. And despite shots on goal right now, unofficially 24-7 in favor of Wisconsin. It's a 3-0 lead for Minnesota State over Wisconsin. We'll take a break, come back to downtown Mankato, and here during the second intermission, we'll have a chance to talk to the commissioner of the WCHA, Jennifer Flowers.
I'm Larissa Schulich, a Minnesota State Mankato student, and I have a big idea. I want to be among the few women who have a cockpit view of the world. My dad has his pilot's license. He inspired me to put in the hard work necessary to fly commercial planes. Now, with the guidance of my professors and thousands of hours of expert training, my big idea is becoming a reality, one flight at a time. Big ideas, real world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
Tuesday, it's a Western Conference clash. Can Parisi and the Wild prevail when Vegas invades the state of hockey? Tuesday at 6:30 on Fox Sports North.
Dad was 17 years old when he said, "I'm gonna save my family." I said, "How you gonna save your family?" Watch.
I don't give up. For me, that's not an option.
Feet wide, 94 feet long, 22 feet 1 3/4 inches, 10 feet high. College basketball is back. Get ready for the buzzer beaters, the fantastic finishes, the bitter rivalries. College basketball all season long. There is nothing like college hockey, and there is no place quite like Detroit. Don't believe us? See for yourself. Come see Detroit. Come see the Frozen Four. Tickets on sale now.
Welcome back to downtown Mankato, where the score is now 3-0. Your Minnesota State Mavericks are leading the Badgers of Wisconsin. I'm Marissa Voss, and I am joined by senior forward, captain number 4, Emily Antony. Emily, I'm going to say what everyone is thinking right now. Wow, what a goal. What components went into such a timely goal?
That was big for us. I mean, we only have 7 shots right now, but Anna had a good flip out of the zone to Kelsey. She's got speed. I know she's going. And we had a 2-on-1 there. I was just screaming for it. I was screaming. She got it to me. So capitalized there. That was huge for us.
This is going to be a big pushback in the last period to play from the Badgers. What do you got to do to contain them and just come out with a W?
Well, we had 2 goals in the first off of just a few shots. So, we've just been focusing on getting it deep when we cross the red. See if we can finish her here.
Thanks.
Exciting.
Thanks, Emily.
Thank you.
Coming back from break, we're going to be sending it up to the booth where Don Westfall will be with Women's WCHA Commissioner. Stay tuned, guys. You don't want to miss it.
About 57,000 people every year get diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It's really important for all of you to be aware of this and be proactive.
Join us each and every week as we travel across the Midwest as we film a new fishing and hunting show on Fox Sports North at 7:30 a.m. on Sunday.
Eyes down, head up, tuck those elbows, kid. If your starting position is off, you're just gonna be a mess. Hey, look at me now. 1, 2, 3, flip. It's a disaster.
Back in downtown Mankato, where after 2 periods of play, it's Minnesota State right now looking for the upset bid. They're on top of Wisconsin by a margin of 3-0. We're going to spend a few moments right now with the commissioner of the WCHA, Jennifer Flowers. And Jennifer, you walked into a fantastic situation here. Right now, you can't, as a commissioner, be more ecstatic to see the national rankings. Obviously, the Badgers, top-ranked team in the country. 3 of the teams in the top 5, 4 in the top 9. This is the elite college hockey conference for women's hockey.
Absolutely. It's nice to have those numbers to back it up, right? But certainly the biggest draw for me when I took this job was the opportunity to work with elite-level female student athletes. And we see it on the ice today. We see it on the ice every night that we've got teams playing. So we're really proud of what's going on. We're proud of the balance in our league. And, you know, today's result so far really indicates how strong our league is top to bottom. And even if sometimes the records don't indicate it, the competition is there, and so it's exciting for us.
You referred to one of the questions I was going to ask later, but you brought it up right now. And looking at a little bit of your background, I see routinely student-athlete experience. That is what it's all about, is it not?
Absolutely. I was fortunate to be a student athlete, and I fully recognize what sports and athletics can do for young people. And so, you know, I want our student athletes to walk away from their experience with the best of memories, the best of experiences. We are the top Division I women's hockey conference in the country, and everything that we do should emulate that. On the ice, off the ice, all of those things. So that's the goal for me, is to continue to elevate our league maybe in areas that I can control. So it's amazing. My favorite moments are when I'm around our student athletes. They are exactly what you think that they would be. They're phenomenal, and we love sharing their story and watching them succeed.
The first time you and I've had a chance to talk here, so I've got to ask, how does a girl from Manson, Iowa, which is known for an impact crater, end up?
Oh, thanks for knowing that.
I do my research here in Mankato. How does a girl from Manson, Iowa, near Fort Dodge, for those of you who might know the area a little bit, get to the commissioner spot in the WCHA?
That's a great question, to be honest. You know,
it's not your normal path.
No, I joke with people a lot that if you'd have told me 20 years ago I was going to be working in women's college hockey, I would have laughed for sure. But for me, you know, honestly, I've been in athletics in a lot of ways for almost 20 years now. So this opportunity was super unique because it was new, and it was a new challenge. And for me, sport is sport on some levels, right? So I wanted to experience different institutions, something different, get to taste something different. It's been great. It's really been exactly what I thought it was going to be. Our institutions, the people that work at our institutions, are first class. And so I'm just excited to be expanding my own horizons and hopefully making other people a little better as well.
In coming to the WCHA, you actually spent a lot of time through the Northern Sun work that you did. You had some familiarity. How much did that help in the transition with some of the schools here that you worked with in your previous conference?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I'm in this position without those institutions. You know, the 4 of our 7 are folks who I've worked with for 10 plus years in different roles, and it helped me to know, you know, what their values were, what they were looking for, what I could expect from them. And as you're taking a new job, you always want to know as much as you can about what you're getting into. And I think my familiarity with them was key. And it has, it's been everything that I thought it was going to be.
I know we're starting to run out of time already, but obviously some sponsorships announced this weekend, always crucial. And of course, everything starting to peak for what the end of the season is in the postseason tournament.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that we do get to control is our final face-off. So we're gearing up for that March 7th and 8th at Ritter Arena, championship game on FSN. So we're really excited about that. And we're just gearing up. You know, we're excited about the hockey that's on the ice, and we're ready to showcase our student athletes on a little bit different platform.
And obviously ticket information and more on the postseason available on the website.
WCHA.com.
Got the last plug in there. She did perfect. Very good. Nice to meet you, Jennifer.
You too. Thank you so much for having me.
We will see you more here in Mankato again. We're in the second intermission from downtown Mankato, where it is Minnesota State on top of Wisconsin by a score of 3-0.
You put your team in front of you, you put your community in front of you, you put your family in front of you. You never lose truly being an East Sider.
Hey, you want to register for the Polar Plunge?
The thing where you jump in a frozen lake?
That's it. It's for a great cause.
No.
Why not?
I'll catch a cold.
You're not coordinated enough for that.
Do you know who I am?
I know exactly who you are.
Burn.
Put your excuses on ice. Register for the Polar Plunge today.
Welcome. Beautiful day, and we start a new era.
If you're on my team, you have to blank.
Have character. I have to remain focused on what I believe is going to work, and our plan and our goal.
Gopher Hockey hits the ice tonight on Fox Sports North Plus. Tuesday, it's a Western Conference clash. Can Parisi and the Wild prevail when Vegas invades the state of hockey? Tuesday at 6:30 on Fox Sports North. Get ready for the buzzer beaters, the fantastic finishes, the bitter rivalries. College basketball all season long.
Don Westfall, Ruth Ann Cantile, and one fan who thinks the music's just a bit too loud in the building this afternoon, but he's a Maverick fan, and he should be rocking out because it's Minnesota State on top right now of Wisconsin by a margin of 3-0. Maybe his ears are just cold in the building. I can't tell quite yet. Defensively, we talked about this at the top of the broadcast with that. Mavericks right now, the block shots, they have 19 block shots in the first 2 periods of play. 19 is way more than you expect in most games.
Oh, absolutely. To have double-digit block shots in 2 periods is amazing.
So the Mavericks, again, 19 over the 2 periods. And in the second period, just 1 score in the period. Here it comes on the feet. King over at Anthony, 1-times it. Big play on that one, and again, that lone goal making it a 3-0 game. That's our score after 2 for Mankato on Fox Sports.
Hey there, I'm Travis Frank. Coming up this week on Due North Outdoors, we're celebrating deer season in the Northwoods. We join a group of hunters at a very special camp that brings opportunities to hunters in need. Then we go deep into the forest with a family that hunts on the move. Plus, we'll show you how to get started in the off-road sport of fat tire biking this week on Due North Outdoors.
Weekends were made for the outdoors. And Fox Sports North gets you ready for all of your outdoor adventures.
Oh, that was cool, huh?
Every Saturday and Sunday morning, tune in for great tips and learn new techniques from the pros as they explore some of the best locations around. We are your home for outdoor adventure. We are Fox Sports North Outdoors. Every Saturday and Sunday morning. For the complete schedule, log on to foxsportsnorth.com.
It's time to plunge and help support Special Olympics Minnesota. Join Fox Sports North and our Minnesota teams for this year's Pro Sports Plunge and Tailgate, March 7th at Riley Park in Eden Prairie. To join the team or donate, visit plungemn.org. Enjoy Gopher men's and women's hockey with Cub Family 4-packs. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 popcorns, and 4 sodas, plus $5 off $50 at Cub. Go to gophersports.com/Cub Family 4-pack.
There are 5 million unsung heroes in our country, the children of military families. These kids never signed up to serve, but they do. The mission of the United Heroes League is to keep these kids active and healthy while their parents serve our country, through programs proven to teach the life skills military kids and their families need to stay strong. It's time we all gave back to those servicemen and women who sacrificed so much for us. Give to the United Heroes League today.
Back on an afternoon matinee contest in Mankato, where again, we're welcome back for the 3rd period of play. Minnesota State on top of the top-ranked team in the country, Wisconsin Badgers. Our stats after 40 minutes of hockey, you see the Badgers out shooting the Mavericks 24-7. Shots attempted, 61 already in the contest for Wisconsin. Mavericks unable to score on the lone power play of the first 2 periods. And then face-offs won, a kind of a point that was discussed. And Wisconsin winning that statistic, but not quite the disparity. And again, we've already talked about the Mavericks and all the blocks on the afternoon. Again, as things stand right now, Wisconsin on top of Minnesota by 4 points. And you can see our score after a couple of games now in the first period. It's 1-1 between Minnesota and Bemidji. And then the 1-0 lead there you see with Ohio State and UMD. We're ready for the third period in Mankato. Again, Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center, our site. Second of the two-game series as that puck is up into the bench. Yesterday, it was the Badgers with a 5-1 win to open up the series. They won both games back in Wisconsin a few months ago. We should mention as well, one of the things we want to tout here as we're into the third period is upcoming next weekend on the Sunday game in Madison. It's Fill the Bowl. Already 11,000 tickets sold for the game at the Kohl Center as the Badgers will be hosting Ohio State. And so we hope that ticket sales continue to sell well there in Madison, and they can get back to last year setting an NCAA record for women's hockey with the attendance of over 15,000. Building holds about 15-4. Tip attempt out in front, and the Mavericks clear up very quickly with Cedarburg on the play. I don't know, Ruth Ann, how do you play this one as a coach? Obviously, you can't sit back and protect the lead. You're already being outshot 24-7, but you're enjoying a 3-0 lead in a game that would certainly be one of the bigger wins in the program in recent years, if not the history. How do you play this one as a coach?
Just keep doing what you're doing, right? If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. And so stick with the game plan, continue to execute what you've been doing the first two periods.
Play to the near side, and Malmgren was there. Rock stands things up. Bryant to the near side. Elkers will carry and flip it in. Obviously, you know, we're talking from a perspective of the Mavericks, but on the other side, we know we have a lot of fans watching in Wisconsin this weekend. They're not used to this. You know, if you're Coach Johnson and the Badgers, what was the discussion at the second intermission?
Yeah, exactly. So I think, you know, with them, they probably talked a lot about their game plan and digging deep and going after this third period hard, because 20 minutes is a long time and anything can happen.
Is it critical for the Badgers to try to at least get one back here as it's played in on net? And Frank has to say, would you like to get one up before the 10-minute mark of the period?
I think you just want to get shots to the net, just as they've been doing here, and hope that one goes in, because then that starts the momentum, right? So just keep putting pucks to the net and hoping one trickles in.
You know, you look back at early in the contest, Ruth Ann, and about, you know, there were literally 3 or 4 just one-time bang-bang plays that Frank came up so big. Second period, not quite as frantic, but those early saves just giving her team a chance to get some confidence. How important that was.
Super important for the Mavericks, and it also, you could see some of the body language with Wisconsin kind of getting frustrated. You know, we saw them get physical with us because they were frustrated of not being able to get one past her.
Well, the Badgers, obviously, again, as we talked about, top-ranked team in the country offensively at the top, near 5 goals a game. There's so much talent out there. A lot of hockey, as you said, to be played. As Budarak behind the net. Along the boards, Anthony will catch up to it, tries to feed one to King. Played out to center ice. Brett Pettit. So bring it to the near boards as Budarak and Condas collapse on her. Watts turns one around, bouncing puck that's cleared away pretty quickly, and now off the boards. Anthony, Watts, Shirley and Watts one more time. Watts in the slot with the shot, and that is a riser up high over the crossbar. Wilgren flips one out to center ice. Elsa King played off a body and finally swatted away back at center ice. Wilgren will just dump it in as King clears the zone. Steffen, fans on her clearing attempt. Kenzie Steffen, one of 3 preseason All-WCHA players, along with Rock and Shirley on this Badger team. Icing is going to be the call against Wisconsin, and we'll take it back the other way for the faceoff.
Wisconsin just seems a little bit, what was the word that you used earlier? It wasn't, Oh, gosh. I can't remember
That was a
what
few
you said.
moments ago. It's just, you know, the edge that a lot of times teams will have, it's just that spark right now isn't there.
Yeah. I don't want to say disengaged because that's not the
Yeah.
word, but just a little flat and not as precise in their passing and execution of puck protection.
Another
Hence
long,
2 icing.
Yeah, 2 icing's just unexpected, not needed right now. And you look over at the bench, and Mark Johnson just the head down because, again, you know, you can't deny the fact that, you know, coming in and looking statistically in the history, in all honesty, the Mavericks, a lot of hockey yet to be played, but have not had a ton of success, and that's the biggest understatement of the afternoon against Wisconsin. We already mentioned the Badgers with the long streak of 28 games without a loss to this Maverick team, so maybe a little bit too early to put the panic button down as that one is played off a body, but I'm telling you what, you're starting to reach for it if you're a Badger fan.
Right.
Need a goal badly to kind of cut into this lead and get some confidence the other way as Bobick will carry, and then she's tripped up by Curl, and that's going to bring about the second penalty of the game. Curl's not thrilled about the call, but the tripping call at 4:23 will put the Mavericks back on a power play. Take another look at it here on the replay as Bobick up the ice, and that's kind of obvious in my book.
Yeah, they had to call it.
Yeah, and I know some of the Badger fans not thrilled, and again, they thought maybe earlier in the game there were a couple of opportunities for an icing call they didn't get. So the Mavericks, boy, what a golden opportunity if they can find a way to get a power play goal here to open up a huge lead as we're already about 4.5 minutes gone in the third. Mavericks, their second power play of the game, tripping the call at 4:23 against Curl. Played out of the zone past Wilgren, and the Mavericks were clear. We should mention yesterday of the 5 goals the Badgers scored, 1 was a power play tally as it's played in on net and covered up by Blessy. Mavericks on the season have only given up 1 shorthanded goal. But again, right now with this second power play, Mavericks 11 power play goals in 78 opportunities. And the penalty kill for the Badgers, a little over 88% on the season. Mavericks
Nice
get the draw.
win.
Yep. Akervik. Cedarberg to the far side over the stick of Elkers. Fleming. Akervik tees one up, and that's sent wide near side. Cedarberg blast the blast. Fleming. Elkers down low. Here's a chance now. Fleming to the near side. Oh, and a nice job there with that tip. I think that was Delaney Drake as it was looking here on the near side. Akervik does a nice job. There's a chance on the tip down low. Fed out in front one more time, and then Lessie with her biggest save of the game to keep this 3-0. I know she'd like those first 2 goals back, but that was a big save to keep this just the 3-0 game. Mavericks still with power play time remaining.
Absolutely. Good puck possession on the power play.
You can see
Getting
down
feisty in front there. Playing until the whistle.
Elkers had a chance as that puck was loose, but
Yep.
played off a body, still in the zone. Truax has it hop right over her stick, and the Mavericks will bring it back out. Watts looking to create something short-handed. Wilgren is back to poke it away from her, and now King. Mavericks will regroup with still a little bit of time remaining to try to set things up in the zone. King drives it in to the near side. Budarak along the boards. It's played out of the zone, and Wilgren will come back. Britta Curl's ready to get back onto the ice, and she will in a few seconds. Wilgren moving through a little bit of traffic. Wrist shot there. Rebounding once again given up, and just wide here on the near side, and the rebounds have been a bit of a problem for Brianna Blessy today, and Wilgren almost made him pay on that one. Anthony out in front, and it's poked away as that was King between the circles looking for the rebound and tip attempt. Akervik. Pass on the near side broken up. Schneider. Schneider behind the net. Up on top, Bowlby sends one behind the net. Kicked into the corner by Cedarburg. Badgers still hold it into the zone, and the wrist shot is up high, bouncing puck right over the stick of Schneider, who tried to one-time that rebound. Drake on the near side. Stefan will hold the zone. Right along the goal line, shot in on net, and Frank kicks that out before the rebound could be gathered up by Schneider. Good job there. Budarak carries all the way to the red line and is able to clear. And now Norby back the other way quickly for the Badgers, trying to feed Watts to the far side. Pettit with that shot that's blocked to the near side. And the Mavericks with Elkers. She's going to break in, looking for a return feed. Elkers almost got to it. Wilgren. She fires it right back in on net, and we're down to 12 minutes remaining here in the third. Lead pass up ahead for Shirley. Sophie Shirley dumps it to the far corner. At the point, Maddie Rowe. Pettit. Now near side, Shayla Edwards has a shot that's blocked. Nice job by Fleming to get in there and knock that rebound off the back dasher away from Daryl Watts, and then a nice rush up the ice as well by Fleming. Pointer just dumps it back and waiting for the rest of her team to complete a change. Jordan Jackson turns it around. Anthony tipped ahead for Budarak. Badgers will bring it out to center ice with Drake, and she's ridden out by Anthony nicely along the boards. Budarak clears. Kelsey King at the red line will dump it in. Blessy is out for a skate and pokes it away from King. Mavericks try to dump it into the zone and do on the second attempt. Rock trying to feed one ahead. Here's a chance for the Badgers. Marman to the near side. A great play defensively. Cedarburg, second or third time.
Better poke right there. They've been doing that all game.
Trying to feed
sticks
Curl
in
on the play. Played out near the net. Poked behind by Blessy. And now to the far side. Truax wins that race. Curl is on the near side with a long lead pass for Maurerman, but it's broken up and tipped in by Brooke Bryant. Drake trying to work around Cedarburg, runs out of real estate, played out in front and then cleared by the Mavericks. This might be an icing call, and it is going to be. But the Mavericks doing a great job here. Really, Wisconsin has not had a lot of time in the zone whatsoever here in the third period, Ruth Ann.
No, they haven't.
Face-off will come stick side of Frank. Mavericks just thinking about if they're going to use the timeout or not, and doesn't look like it. Again, right now it's still a 3-0 lead as we're inside 10 minutes remaining. So everything in the Mavericks' favor. Cedarburg with the Mavericks winning that all-important draw. Kennedy Bobick flips it out.
Speed.
Bowlby spins away from the check, still has it, and then drops it off now. Stefan played ahead for Daryl Watts. Between the circles, bouncing puck as it was blocked out front, and that made for an easy save for Frank. And we'll take a break halfway through the third. It's 3-0 Mavericks.
Biology professors at Minnesota State Mankato had a big idea: immerse first-year students in hands-on scientific research.
I'm already researching the brain and how it controls behavior.
I'm studying how cancer starts so we can figure out how to stop it.
Our Rise Bio Scholarship Program, supported by the National Science Foundation, gives students unique access to real-world research, preparing future leaders in science. Big ideas, real-world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
Top-ranked team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, find themselves trailing halfway through the third period here by a margin of 3-0. Outshooting the Mavericks, 27-11 our total on the board, but only 3 shots on goal in the first half of the period for the Badgers, Ruth Ann.
Yeah, this is not their usual game, is it?
Bowlby with some steam as she moves through the center ice area, carries into the zone, working pass defensively, and that shot is up high.
Net stayed on after a little collision.
To the far side, Curl will get there first for Wisconsin. Now Norby. Tapped away on that pass by Fleming along the boards. Pointer will pick it up and send it down to clear. Wisconsin back at work, and that's going to be an offside call. And we'll take another break here with 8:49 remaining in Mankato. Mavericks 3-0 over the Badgers.
I'm Larissa Schulich, a Minnesota State Mankato student, and I have a big idea. I want to be among the few women who have a cockpit view of the world. My dad has his pilot's license. He inspired me to put in the hard work necessary to fly commercial planes. Now, with the guidance of my professors and thousands of hours of expert training, my big idea is becoming a reality, one flight at a time. Big ideas, real world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
This is the state of hockey, where the game is intense.
Holyfield delivers a heavy hit.
The action is exhilarating.
Score!
And the passion runs deep.
Score! Zach Parisi on the deflection. Saved by Dubnyk.
Wild hockey all season long on Fox Sports North and streaming live on Fox Sports Go.
Don Westfall along with Ruth Ann Cantile. WCHA hockey action for you today from Mankato. And again, it's Minnesota State on top of Wisconsin. 8:49 left to go in the third. And we'll have a face-off center ice and the Mavericks. Again, we talked about that at the top of the broadcast too, Ruth Ann. Just the idea of winning face-offs, where yesterday in the 5-1 when Wisconsin's so dominant, you know, they lead statistic today, but it's been a much more even presentation by the Mavericks. Although here's a chance for Shirley down low and another shot up high. We've seen the Badgers go high a lot here today and miss the mark.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for them. Yeah, face-offs are key. That's the only time you know where the puck's going to be, right? So lining up and having the plan if you win and having a plan if you don't win it of what you're going to do to get possession back.
Mavericks, good job there with the sticks to break up that play in Cedarburg. Now, Ruth Ann, we talked about the beginning of the broadcast. You don't really want to change your game, but now still the 3-0 lead. 8 minutes left. Now is when the bench becomes really the short shifts. And, you know, anytime you get a chance to clear, you're going to take advantage of it.
Right, getting it deep. And
oh, here's a chance now for Drake down low, and then she tried to feed Mauerman. It's been one of those afternoons for the Badgers, just a little bit off on the pass. Nothing's come easy at all for them this afternoon.
No, and it's been a good job by the Mavericks to put some traffic in those lanes and making sure that they don't get a handle on it right away.
Stefan trying to make the play, but the defense collapsed on her. To the far side, Curl. Played off the boards and out of the zone. Elkers, she'll just fire it in. And again, the Mavericks off on the change. Rock dumps it into the zone. Wilgren will come back to play it. Spins away from Warunchek. Nice job defensively by her, and then Elkers is able to clear along the boards. Fleming in a race for the puck will get there.
Again, breakouts looking good for the Mavericks to create some offense.
Bouncing puck down low. It's in the skates of Fleming. She can't get there. Poked away from Pointer, and then she takes a heavy hit. Put to the ice, and here comes Wisconsin. Lamontia to the far side for Rock. Condis is on her. Loose puck down low, and a shot that Frank makes that save on out in front. Trying to feed one for Norby, but a nice job defensively again with the stick. And then Bobick just fights through some traffic to put the puck down low. Long lead pass ahead for Watts. Watts poked away from her off the boards. Pettit's able to hold. still along the dasher, and now the Mavericks will pick things up. Budarak for Anthony. Anthony trying to force it down low, but Stefan was there to break it up. Sophie Shirley, forced behind the net. Out in front, Anthony is there to break up the pass intended for Schneider on the play. Flipped out to the line, but Stefan holds. That's off a body down low. Schneider one more time with it, and a shot up high. Puck is up, and Anthony at least will clear for the Mavericks. King in on a single forecheck as Malman picks things up for Wisconsin. And there's going to be a tripping call, and she knew it right away. That one going against Gardner. Kick to the side. As the Mavericks catch up to the play, they'll take their first penalty on a slashing call. And Mavericks, with 5:19 left to go, will go to the box for the first time in the afternoon.
Not something you want to see later in the game here, but we'll see what the penalty kill looks like for the Mavericks.
14:41 the time of the call against Gardner. And you're looking at now the top power play unit in the country. We talked about it back in the second. Badgers on the season, almost 38% conversion rate. They were 0 for 1 yesterday, but on the season, 31 of 83. Mavericks on the penalty kill coming in right around 82%. Badgers, it's a must right now for them to get back in the contest. They need to convert on this power play.
They've got the skills to do it.
Stefan. Rock on the near side fakes one shot. Puts one, a nice save there. In fact, the save, the rebound's going to come all the way out of the zone. Stefan. Carried into the zone by Curl. Now Stefan back one more time. Stefan behind the net will get tied up, and now that's going to be another penalty taken, and Cedarburg's going to go. And we'll go 5-on-3, and the Mavericks are flirting with disaster here a little bit.
This could be very interesting,
right? John Harrington not at all thrilled by that, because you're going to have extended time here, 1:10. No reason really for that penalty whatsoever by Cedarburg, and now we'll go 5-on-3 for 1:10.
Just held on a little bit too long there. Got to retract your arm.
I'm going to guess timeout taken here by Coach Harrington, and oh, actually, looks like they say Wisconsin took the timeout.
Taking advantage of those 2 extra players on the ice.
Well, now obviously it's a must. They're going to get they're going to need at least 1 goal, and then obviously with the time remaining, you could still maybe use the empty net and get the extra tackle. Take a look at all the blocks coming up here. Again, the Mavericks, we don't have the official count, but we knew after 2 periods of play, Mavericks had blocked already 19 shots in the contest.
And again, just putting sticks in lanes, creating havoc so they can't get the pass across.
Who knows what they have here? They're going to go in the well to try to keep this thing scoreless at the point. Watts. Holding is officially the call against Cedarburg to make it a 5-on-3 power play. Played down low, and it was a matter of time, but Rock able to work through the slot. One time, one down to Shirley, who blanks it into the net, and all of a sudden now it's a 3-1 Maverick lead. First goal of the day for the Badgers on that play by Shirley, their 26th goal of the season.
Mavericks gain an extra player now, so now we're only down by 1.
15:45, the goal by Shirley.
You know, when you're in practice, you practice these special team opportunities, and a lot of times not hoping to use it.
And they're going to take some time to get one of the penalties off the board.
Okay.
And they're trying to figure out how to do that, not success. And I don't know if either coach is necessarily thrilled with this. Badgers want to take advantage of the momentum. They're just going to say play on, even though the time on that first penalty by Gardner is still up there. But neither team really probably feel about the timeout. If you're Coach Harrington, you're going to want to get things going and get that remaining time off the board. So we're back to action. Still now power play for the 5-on-4 variety for the Badgers. Watts and Rock on the assists on that play. Out in front, play is made by Buderek defensively, and she's able to clear.
It's nice to get some fresh legs out there for the Mavericks.
Played along the boards. Bookbinder gets there to hold it along the boards, and it's going to be taken out defensively by Bryant. Rock. Watts now with it, trying to bring it out in front, goes short side, but she misses the net. And then it's going to be tapped out of the zone, and another good play by Brooke Bryant. And we're down to 49 seconds remaining in the power play. 3:14 left to go here in the third. Mavericks holding on to now what is a 3-1 lead. Akravic working down along with Lamontia. Bookbinder at the point for the Badgers. Wisconsin getting set up. Still 25 seconds left in the power play. Bookbinder to the far side. Monte with the shot that's wide. Along the boards, Buderek trying to break up the play for the Mavericks. Fighting for puck possession along with Pettit. Brought up by Mauerman, now to the far side. Lamontia back up on top, Bookbinder. Pettit down low. Shot hits some traffic, caroms wide, and Cedarburg is out of the box, and we're back to even strength hockey. That shot just misses as one of the players down for the Badgers.
I didn't see what happened behind the play there.
No, I was following the puck, but that's Bookbinder who's down and thankfully able to get back to her skates and skate off. And we'll take a break. 2:19 left to go in Mankato. 3-1 Maverick lead.
Remember when we did one thing and then we finished and then moved on to another thing?
She's just in love with
Then life got really, really fast. We stream, email, pay bills, book flights, buy stuff, email again, entertain ourselves, talk, listen, search for baby goats. OMG, I need a nap. It's just the way it works now. And it works thanks to Spectrum's unrivaled network, powering hundreds of millions of connections every day.
Oh, it's adorable.
Spectrum, think forward.
Need life insurance? SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, a $500,000 policy for only $19 a month. And SelectQuote found his wife, Wendy, a $500,000 policy for only $17 a month.
Our secret? At SelectQuote, we aggressively comparison shop up to 10 highly rated companies to find you the company with the best rates. Why pay more? Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford. SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Badgers just a few moments ago getting their first score of the contest, a 5-on-3 power play. The goal by Shirley. Mavericks are able to kill off the second penalty, so it's still a 3-1 Maverick lead, but right now a break in the ice because the officials are looking. And there you see the hit as Cedarburg got out of the box, was trying to work back into the play, and she collides with Bookbinder, and that's right now what the officials are looking at to determine if there should be a penalty on the play. I don't know how to read that one. That's going to be a tough call for the officials because, again, Cedarburg was trying to work back into the play defensively.
Yeah, but from that angle, it's tough to see if really there was any infraction.
They're still talking things over, and of course, if you're a Maverick fan, you're saying, hey, that just is part of the game, and we need to let that thing go. And Wisconsin already now with a little momentum boost with that power play goal. But they are taking an extensively long look. See the play develop, and we'll come back to Bookbinder in the slot area for the shot, and Cedarburg is out of the box.
It's tough to see if she was actually
officials this afternoon.
They are calling an elbow.
They're going to call elbow. Mike Paulson, Sarah Osman are the officials. Mike Mueller and Aaron Neville also working the game. And they're going to be bringing back Cedarburg one more time on that hit that will go into the books at 17-41.
I think the tough part about that angle was the fact that Brookbinder's moving to the right as well, so it looks just like, you know, an incidental collision. But we got to trust that the officials made the right call there and move forward.
So the Mavericks go back to a penalty kill. Wisconsin right now 1 for 2 officially with that power play. And of course, with the extended time both teams had, they're going to come back with their best specialty units to kick things off in this power play. Britta Curl with it, trying to work past Wilgren defensively, who stood her up. And
no goalie.
They're going to call 5-minute. Wow. A 5-minute major on that call, so the Mavericks are going to have to kill off the rest of this game. And at some point, obviously, the empty net on the other side has been played, and so that one goes up in the net. But it's, for the rest of the game, it's a 2-man advantage with the penalty and the extra attacker on the empty net.
This is getting more and more interesting.
Makes for good TV.
It does.
That's for sure.
And that's what we're about here, Don.
That's for sure. Wow. 5. I didn't think they'd put 5 on the board, but off the draw, Badgers get it. Near side, Bowlby. That one is wide as it was looking for a tip on that shot. It's going to come all the way back to the point, but Badgers hold the zone. Bowlby, Stephan. Rock played down low. We're down to 1:30 left to go in the third. To the near side, low angle shot. That was played really well by Frank. Tapped into the corner by Condas. Stephan down low, bouncing puck off a couple of bodies. It's loose and forced here to the near side. Stephan to the far side on the play. Bowlby on top in the slot area now on that shot that hit traffic, and Curl drags it down. Watts had it to the back of the net, now behind for Shirley. Rock, Bowlby tries to go in a nice blocker save, but they're going to hold the zone as we're inside a minute now, 55 seconds remaining. Badgers have held it the entire time. And now here's a chance. Shot down nice. The nice thing is, Ruth Ann, no icing because we're in a power play situation.
Absolutely.
The biggest thing with that play is the Mavericks able to get 4 fresh skaters on the ice. And now here's a great play by Bobick. Can she find the open net?
And just kill some time down here would be nice.
We're down to 33 seconds left in the third. 3-1 Maverick lead as Norby brings it in the zone. 6-on-4 with the power play and an empty net.
I'm definitely impressed with the defensive play of the Mavericks.
Swept down the ice by Bobick. It'll come near the crease area, but no one is there off the dash. We're down inside 15 seconds, and this is a marquee win we're on the verge of here for the Mavericks. Norby with the shot into the glove hand of Kayla Frank, who has played so well for the Mavericks this afternoon.
She played outstanding. The team in front of her did a great job. This is breaking history, right?
You know, I was talking to Coach Harrington before the game, and I said, you know, obviously statistically you look at everything, and this would be a big win for the Mavericks, but I reminded him of what his Olympic coach said back 4 decades ago. Any given night, you can do it. And the Mavericks, with a huge win, breaking a streak of 28 straight losses to this Wisconsin Badger team. Look at the excitement on the ice. Kayla Frank, 35 saves on the afternoon, facing 36 shots. What a huge win for the Mavericks. They get out of here this afternoon, basically having kill-out power play time for the remaining 5 minutes of the contest, but in the end, it is the Mavericks with a 3-1 win over Wisconsin.
Outstanding game. Parents are hugging each other in the stands. Probably a little bit of Relief, too.
You know, we talked
A little
about it
stress.
earlier. The Mavericks, they got those 2 goals early, and we talked about it at that time, Ruth Ann. You could sense the confidence on the ice for this Maverick group.
Absolutely. It's all it takes, right? A couple good bounces. Gives you some momentum.
And the bounces, the big saves we talked about at the end of the game here, but Frank, literally there were 3 point-blank opportunities that she made saves on to keep the Badgers off the board.
Right. And when you have that confidence that you know your goaltender's hot and making those saves, gives you more confidence offensively to take some chances, too.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more in the post-game show coming from Mankato. It's a 3-1 Maverick win over the Badgers.
Biology professors at Minnesota State Mankato had a big idea: immerse first-year students in hands-on scientific research.
I'm already researching the brain and how it controls behavior.
I'm studying how cancer starts so we can figure out how to stop it.
Our Rise Bio Scholarship Program, supported by the National Science Foundation, gives students unique access to real-world research, preparing future leaders in science. Big ideas, real-world thinking. Minnesota State Mankato. Go further at mnsu.edu.
Tuesday, it's a Western Conference clash. Can Parisi and the Wild prevail when Vegas invades the state of hockey? Tuesday at 6:30 on Fox Sports North.
You need to stay focused. Pick your feet up. Stop slouching. Would you show some hustle for once in your life? You're an embarrassment. You know what? I'll just do it.
I've been coming to Australia many years, and this tournament is very special. The fans are amazing and very supportive, and they love tennis, so it's always a happy feeling coming down here. Australia, we're standing with you. We as players are standing together and trying to help as best as we can.
We're back in downtown Mankato, the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center, and the Mavericks with a huge win today, no question about it. One of the bigger wins in recent years for the Maverick program, a 3-1 win over the top-ranked team in the Wisconsin Badgers this afternoon. We're going to spend a few moments right now with Maverick head coach John Harrington. You know, Coach, everything that we talked about before the game, doing a better job on faceoffs, doing a better job carrying the puck out of the zone, everything that you needed out of your team today, they gave you that and more. Congratulations on just a huge victory.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You know, I mean, that's the things we talked about. I think our girls really took to heart, you know, and it was we knew how inspired we had to play today and with energy and enthusiasm. And, you know, I really noticed, too, a lot in the defensive zone, what a great job we did. I think right before, our third goal there, I think Sophia Pointer won 4 straight faceoffs in our defensive zone. And so they did a tremendous job there. We played smart off the puck and supported our defense. And certainly Califranc gave a great game and goal for her.
The confidence that you guys, we sensed it right away halfway through the game. You guys scored 2 goals in the first 10 minutes, and we could see right away. Beyond that, you mentioned Califranc, and she made a couple, like 2 or 3 huge saves for you in that first 10 minutes. But at that point, you could just sense the confidence growing in your team.
Well, I think so. I think they saw that what we talked about this morning, you know, and looked at in game, and what we talked a little bit after the game last night was that we had to play that way and get that confidence and play that confidence. Hard not to do that when things aren't going good. And we thought we would hit a couple bumps in the road in the game here when we got that lead, and it kind of came all at the end there, and we got through it.
Bumps on the road. That might be the biggest understatement of the afternoon, because you take 3 penalties there, and obviously with the extra attacker, you had some time during that timeout. What were you trying to tell the players on the ice? Obviously Wisconsin was going to have extended time in the zone at that point. You knew that, but what were you trying to tell your players just to say, we've got this lead, and what can be done here to protect this?
Well, I think at the end there, it was like just making sure we were in proper alignment for their power play. How they ran it, if they ran 1 off the top or 2 off the top, and then they certainly beat us on the 5-on-3 there with a backdoor play, and they were looking for that because we felt they wouldn't be able to beat Cala straight on with a shot, so they were looking backdoor. And I think our defenders did a good job of covering the diagonal lane going to the back post there as we killed those penalties.
Last question for you, and obviously a win of this magnitude is something that you certainly can be proud of, you and your staff and the players, and it's a complete team effort. I don't want to know where it's at necessarily from the standpoint of a marquee overall with the program in recent years, but certainly this late in the season, moving on into the playoffs, it does a lot to bolster your team's confidence, knowing you can play with virtually anybody in the country, and again, as you move on with just a couple weeks in the regular season and then into the playoffs.
We use the word confidence a lot, and this is something that, you play with it, but you get it too from results. And I think certainly this is going to help. We've talked with our team about what our schedule looks like going out here. Now we got Minnesota Duluth coming next weekend, Minnesota Gophers after that, and then a playoff series on the road. And so we need to be able to have that feeling that we can do that and that we can play a certain way that can be successful. So just really a tremendously exciting day for our team here, and certainly I hope for our program going forward.
Congratulations to you. Hopefully you and your team and the coaches can enjoy this one this evening. I know it's back to work, but again, congratulations on what's a big win for the Mavericks, and best of luck with the rest of the regular season.
Thank you.
All right, that's Maverick head coach John Arrington. Again, an opportunity to spend a few moments with him and on what I know for him and the rest of his staff over a period of such a long time. We talked about during the broadcast the Mavericks, the continued improvement that they've made in recent years, and certainly this is one to cap things off as we move toward the playoffs. Let's bring you some of the highlights of this big win for the Mavericks this afternoon for Mankato. Mavericks get things going here early in the contest. You see the drop pass by Fleming, and then Akravic with the goal, that coming about 4.5 minutes in the contest. Mavericks 1-0. They make it 2-0 as a play. Tristan Truex follows up her own rebound, pokes it into the net, and the Mavericks 2-0 into the second. They made it 3-0 here as Anthony on a one-time pass, 2-on-1 break with King. Mavericks ahead 3-1, and there you see the backdoor pass. The Mavericks at this point were a couple players down. Shirley gets the lone goal of the afternoon for the Badgers in that 5-on-3 situation, but it would be just a little bit too short in the comeback effort for the Badgers, and the Mavericks with the win despite being outshot 35-11 in the afternoon. Shots attempted 90-30 in favor of Wisconsin. They do get the one power play goal. One of the big statistics there we didn't get a chance to talk to the coach about, but block shots, 26 block shots from Minnesota State this afternoon. And again, doing a much better job. The Badgers winning the battle of the face-offs, but the Mavericks much better than the game they lost yesterday. So with the win, Mavericks get a few points into the statistics. Wisconsin still on top in the WCHA, 4 points ahead of the Gophers as everybody moves into a couple weeks left to go in the regular season. It's a couple out-of-town scores rather quickly. Up in Bemidji, it's a 3-3 tie now in the second between the Gophers and the Beavers. And right now, also in the second up in Duluth, it's the Bulldogs on top of the Buckeyes by a score of 2-0. But those scores, again, right now pale a little bit because everyone in the WCHA, in fact, everyone in Division I hockey, they're looking at this score from Mankato with a little bit of shock and a lot of excitement for this Maverick program. It's the Mavericks this afternoon with the 3-1 win over the Badgers. For the students from Bethany Lutheran College and Cantile, myself, Don Westfall, we thank you for watching. Again, our final score, Minnesota State 3, Wisconsin 1. You've been watching WCHA Hockey on Fox Sports.
Gopher Hockey hits the ice tonight on Fox Sports North Plus.